You never found what you lost, well, bouncing through bars. Take a deep breath of the paint, the smog, the clouds and exhaust. So keep the chain swinging, bad against your palm. Take the road less compatible, then cram it in a song. Cause they're not gonna pay, stay rocking pockets of change. But know when to call the game, cause bathroom floors are all the same. And it ain't glamorous to play this ain't the sinner and the Lazarus. Sometimes leave that passion in the kitchen drawer where the matches is. Your friends will die and take their lives and overdose. And when you see a dysfunctional family once a year, just hold them close. Cause you're a fighter, at least you still say that in your head. And yes, sentence, you guessed it, you're too stressed to pay the rent. But it's all peace, you packed up your girl and moved out east. And every day you either write or work on 4 hours of sleep. You've been all over the country making music with your friends. So keep doing what you're doing, cause I do it all again.
Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, got the feel for you. Shaka Khan, what you want to do?
Happy Woman Wednesday. Shouts out to all of the ladies.
Let me take it in my arm, let me feel you with my chaka. Cause you know that I'm the one that keep you warm, Shaka. I make it more than just a physical dream. I wanna rock you, Shaka, baby, cause you make me wanna scream. Let me rock it, rock it.
Woman Wednesday, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Shouts out to all of the Stewies. One quick little story, man. The Houston Texans, man, received some bad news. You know they got a playoff game this weekend against the Oakland Raiders. The Texans received some bad news, man. They're going to have to start Brock Osweiler. Yeah, man. Brock Osweiler will start at quarterback for the Houston Texans in the playoff game Saturday against the Oakland Raiders. Osweiler is going to replace Tom Savage, or he replaced Tom Savage early in the second quarter of Sunday in the loss to the Tennessee Titans after Savage left with a concussion. Here's a quote from the head coach, O'Brien, or whatever his name is. I thought Brock did some really good things on Sunday with his teammates, and it almost brought us all the way back, O'Brien said. So we're going to give him a shot. On Sunday, Osweiler was 21 of 40 for 253 yards and a touchdown. He did not throw an interception and also ran for a 1-yard touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Savage was 5 for 8 for 25 yards and a fumble before he was injured. So it's almost like you got a choice between doo-doo or nanny. Do I want the hot doo-doo or do I want the cold nanny? I'll take the nanny. Yeah. So I almost feel like the Raiders got a chance, man, and I should have looked up the odds for this game. You know, the Raiders have lost 2 quarterbacks. They're going with this Connor Cook kid, man, the third-string quarterback. Phenomenal year. And everything just goes haywire at the end of the season where both their starting quarterbacks, the MVP candidate Derek Carr, gets hurt as well. And so you're bringing Brock Osweiler in, and, you know, you had the other quarterback get hurt as well. Raiders, man, defensively, man, the Raiders, you know, they could eke this game out. We've seen crazier things happen. You know, the great Jeff Hostetler and Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer. We've seen backup quarterbacks, I talked about this last week, go and win Super Bowls. I doubt that's going to happen this year, but I think the Raiders could beat the Texans this weekend. I think they could. Good game plan, ball control, no turnovers, and, make some plays on defense, maybe the Raiders can win. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. From Truck D, Jay Fish, I sent you an invite to the DraftKings basketball. I never did DraftKings basketball, so I'm going to get some practice tonight. Yeah, I did a DraftKings basketball, like a real quick impromptu, but we didn't have enough people to fill up the league. So definitely when the NFL season is done, or really probably starting this week. We tried to do it this week, so we'll do it at least one time a week, the night where they have a lot of games, where there's a lot of players to pick from. We'll definitely do a DraftKings basketball league. So do me a favor. If you want to get down with DraftKings basketball leagues, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, the same way you did for the football leagues. And so we'll kind of have a list of people that want to play. So when we send out invites, we can try to fill up the league, and we'll do that here very soon. So basketball, I mean, it's just like football. You pick your best 5 players each position. I think there's a bench player as well, maybe 2 bench players as well. It's cool. We only do that for like $1 or $2 to start, so you can kind of feel your way around basketball on DraftKings. Have some fun with that. From, let's see who we got here. From Uncle Mike, Texans were dumb for letting their starting quarterback get blasted on a quarterback sneak in a meaningless game. From, who do we got? Team Greatness, this would be a great chance to see if Connor Cook is a great backup or a great starting quarterback for another team. Yeah, he's getting an opportunity. He's getting an incredible opportunity to show what he can do. From Uncle Mike, don't confuse Khalil Mack's great play with the Raiders having a good defense. Yeah, Grego. Speaking of which, we haven't talked about it kind of like we talked today about the NFL MVP. Tomorrow maybe we'll have a conversation about the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, where the conversation really is kind of centered around Khalil Mack and Vic Beasley of the Atlanta Falcons. Like, this year kind of seems like a down year, and I'm not dissing Vic Beasley. What, he had 15 and a half sacks, but this year seems like it's not one of those years where it's Lawrence Taylor or it's Reggie White or it's Bruce Smith or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Mike Singletary. It just seems like it's a down year. Von Miller, I think, had like 13 sacks or something like that. It just seems like it's a down year as far as that dominant defensive player in the NFL this year. So maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow at some point. From Grego, the NFL has changed the rules so that the likes of a Trent Dilfer will never win a Super Bowl again. Yeah, the reps, the practice time that you can have with your team, it doesn't allow for a backup and especially a third stringer to get a lot of practice, a lot of reps in practice against, a defense. And so that's been a topic of conversation over the last couple of days as well. From Denise Milk and Cookies in the chat room on Spreaker.com, go to talk to this doctor. Hope I don't have to go to the hospital, y'all. Y'all pray for Denise Milk and Cookies. It's going to be okay, Denise. Prayers, Denise. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. From, let's see, in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Let me jump way back in the chat. From LD from the D, especially out here in Cali. And I lost the damn message. I apologize. From Cornelia Small, don't care for the street beefing, but I wouldn't mind them doing like No Limit. Put the gloves on and sell it in the ring. He's talking about Soulja Boy and Chris Brown. And Soulja Boy and Chris Brown get in the ring, I promise you they'd be fighting, throwing hands like girls. Dudes is music artists. Them dudes can't fight. From Loose Neck Hot Damn Side. And that's the funny thing about it. Is, man, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Like, it always amazes me how people with millions and millions of dollars want to be tough. Man, you can say whatever you want about me. If I had $5 million in the bank, or like these guys, if I had $20 million in the bank, you can talk about me any way you want it. Yeah, I'm not tough. I don't want to fight nobody. Yeah, you can call me what you want. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm actually not tough. You can actually say probably the exact definition of what I am is a wimp. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble from nobody. No, I'm good. Cornelius Small, Doug, Chris Brown will give you that work. Chris Brown can fight? All he do is dance. From J. Clyde Simpson, Soulja Boy ain't a thug or a street. He's from Batesville, Mississippi. Wait, not that they ain't thugs in Batesville, Mississippi, or real killers in Batesville, Mississippi. I'm sure that there's one or two killers. Just like there's one or two, real thugs / killers in Monks going to South Carolina. But my point is, bruh, you are a famous music artist. You got 10 million people that follow you on Twitter. Why are you trying to fight somebody about something stupid? Really? Ninjas. From T-Bunny Hump Dub, Doug, would it be a down year if J.J. Watt has 15.5 sacks? No, not saying it would be a down year. I'm talking about, I guess what I'm saying is a name brand. Like Vic Beasley, I think, is the favorite right now. I think Vic Beasley is the favorite right now, and he had 15.5 sacks, but it didn't seem like a dominant 15.5 sacks. And I guess it is what it is, and I think he's leading the league in calls, fumbles as well. But if Vic Beasley wins the MVP, once again, it's a far cry from Lawrence Taylor or Reggie White, or somebody like that, or Bruce Smith. It's a far cry from those big names and, legendary performances of some of those guys like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. You might be right. From this Mocha Bell X Squad, we need one more spot filled in this week's Stewie's Playoffs League and DraftKings this week. It's going to be tough for DraftKings this week and in the playoffs. I already joined up in the league. I think you're talking about I think I joined the league that you're talking about, Mocha, and somebody else, one of the Stewies, set the league up. So I joined the league already, but it's going to be tough, man, because you're limited on the players that you can pick. So a lot of the teams that are picked this week, and I guess it's still cool, a lot of the teams that are going to be picked this week in DraftKings are going to be almost identical. There might be one, maybe two players difference in a lot of the winning teams this week in DraftKings, so it's going to be very interesting. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I have confirmed that we are going to talk to the great Thorny Switch in hour number 3. Yeah. That's right. And we're going to see what Thorny is thinking. Yeah, on this Woman Wednesday, we're going to talk to Thorny Switch. The last time we had Thorny on, it didn't end very well. It didn't end well. I mean, something about buckshot in her ass. But I assured her that will not happen today. Yeah. We're going to talk to the great Thorny Switch in hour number 3. That should be interesting. See what Thorny is thinking. We will get back from this coming break in 3 minutes. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show.
Another collab, bad, but I'm back with page one. Yo, sometimes I make my own beat, shuffle my own feet, take the right to grace and take a sample that's so sweet. Extract the break beats, splice on the MP. See if this MC can build a canvas to shape the world in which I can paint a thorough inner vision of my spirit. Life's resolution makes a picture color vivid. The best reflection of who I am as to where I wanna be with my present raps and contentment. Beautiful when mixed with faith in the future distant. Finding what I conjure up, deposit in my piston. What it takes to be persistent. Slivers of my knuckles from against the grain. Live a little bit of pain with it. Gills breathe liquid, adapt to habitat. Submerged in never water, part of where the party's at. I still keep persistent, past no turning back. I work at being strong, adopt the heart to top me back. Come on, understand, y'all. Sort of on a different plan, y'all. Focused on the task at hand. That's right. If you're sitting, you gon' have to